Okay. Hi everyone, it is the Bookatarian here for another video. Now, for this video I have some books that I want to share with you that I will be unhauling. Most of these I won't actually be able to get rid of right away because I live in an area in which you can't very easily sell your books back to book vendors. But I'm going home for the end of Halloween, or the end of October on Halloween weekend, and I will be able to sell the books that I want to sell back to Half Price Books when I am there, and they will be off my shelves and out of my life, basically. Wow, that got really morbid. The fact of the matter is I just don't want to own these books anymore. One of them is just going back to my parents since it's not actually my book to sell, it is theirs. But every other book, I'm basically just going to sell them back to Half Price Books. So the first one is actually a part of a series, and I'm not really going to talk too much about this because I think the book itself pretty much says why I'm getting rid of it. Yeah. I have the first 4 books of the illustrated editions of the Harry Potter series, and the last 3 books are just the regular hardcover editions. I will be getting rid of these as soon as I possibly can, but I have to wait till the end of the month, unfortunately. I am also not entirely sure what to do about my Funko Pops, because I have a lot of Harry Potter Funko Pops. I think for now I'm basically just going to pack them up in a box and store them on my closet so I don't have to look at them. Just because there's no real easy way to get rid of them, and I don't want to throw them away. I'd like to get something back for the money I spent on them. But since I don't have an option of doing that readily at the moment, they're just going to sit in storage. And the next book I am unhauling and selling to Half Price Books is Cat's Eye by Margaret Atwood. I read The Handmaid's Tale by Margaret Atwood, and I really enjoyed it. I picked this book up because it was an interesting premise, but it's been a few years now, and I have not picked it up to read it since, and I'm kind of losing interest, so there's no point in me keeping this. The next one I have is The Navigator's Touch by Julia Ember, which is the second book in a It's the second book in the series, or a trilogy. It's probably a trilogy. I picked this up because Cece from Problems of a Book Nerd recommended it, as she does a lot of books that are specific to LGBTQIA+ representation. And so I picked up the second book thinking that at some point I would come across the first book and own that for myself as well so I could start the series. But I never actually ended up picking up the first book, and it's been a few years, and the ratings on Goodreads are just not convincing me that I'd thoroughly enjoy reading this book, so again, it doesn't seem worth it for me to keep it. So that's going away as well. Now this last book is my parents' copy of The Wise Man's Fear. I read The Name of the Wind 4 times. 4 times I've read it, and I've got like nothing out of it each and every time. I can't hold on to anything that happens in the book. There's way too much, I guess, that happens that it's just not attainable in my mind. Or retainable. It's not retainable in my mind. So I'm going to give this back to my parents when I go home for Halloween weekend. And they'll be like, here you go. You guys enjoyed it. Great. You can keep that in your personal library, but it's not going to be taking up space on my shelves. I've got other things I could fill it with that I probably will read. Most likely will read. Hopefully. I'll read all the books that are on my shelves now. And then there's the issue of Audible. So I just started a new subscription to Scribd, which if you don't know what Scribd is, it is a, subscription service that you use via the app, and it allows you to read a whole large read ebooks and listen to audiobooks from their very, very large selection of books that they have in their app, I guess, or just website. I don't know. But they do have a really good variety, I think, so far of what I've seen. I've browsed through it a few times. I haven't finished one book from that service yet. But anyways, I have Libro as well, which is a audiobook service that allows you to put your money that you're spending for the audiobooks that you're getting directly to a bookstore of your choice. So I have an independent bookstore that I really fell in love with in where I used to live, and so all the money I spend on Libro goes there. Because in the time of this pandemic, I really do want to be able to support them, even though I don't live in the area to be able to actually go and purchase things from them anymore so much. So I recommend Libro and Scribd more than Amazon, even though Amazon does still have, I think, a bigger selection than Scribd at least. I think Libro is pretty equal with Audible as far as the selection that they offer. But yeah, so I decided that I want to cancel my Audible subscription and just focus on the other two. But before I can fully cancel it, I do have some Audible audiobooks that I want to listen to first because I haven't read them yet. So I'll try and prioritize them and put them on my November TBR. I should hopefully be able to get at least a few of them. I think there's only like 3 left that I haven't listened to or consumed on Audible. So once I get through with that, then I'll officially shut down my Audible account. But until then, that's pretty much my plan for my Audible subscription. I'm trying to limit what it is I'm putting my money towards and what I can get the best deal off of. And since I don't really mind reading ebooks either, and I especially love listening to audiobooks, I just really need a better system. I mean, you get, from what I can tell, for Scribd, it's $9.99 a month, and you have access to a whole bunch of ebooks as well as audiobooks, and you can, I believe it's 3 to 4 times a month, you can listen to like 3 to 4 different audiobooks per month instead of just the 1 credit a month you get for Audible. So, I mean, it just seems a lot better, and it's not going to a corporate company that doesn't really need the support of my money. So that is all for this unhaul. I really don't feel like editing too much today, so this won't really be edited at all. And I didn't feel like putting makeup on just for this video because it's already 4 o'clock in the evening. I'd literally just be putting makeup on for 10 minutes and then taking it right off again. It's just a waste of energy. So thank you all so much for watching. I make videos every Monday and Friday. I will see you all in the next video soon. Bye!